anyone do you touch now? See, it's a moment of a reality, unknown, on and on and on. If we talk about the story about then, it's known. But when we talk about moment, there, can it be known? Do you see now? See? Very simple answer, or no understanding of that which is seen and the reality which sees. We can talk about then a lot, different aspects, but when it's there, what is touched? If we ask anyone, they will say, I touch a spoon. See? Is it magician? No spoon, but it's the moment of thinking of a spoon touched. But in truth, what is touched is forgotten about its truth all the time. That's why we have to understand each moment by way of intellectual understanding in the beginning, to have firm confidence that it has to be moment of understanding what is there now. Because when one is asked, do you see? They say, yes, I see. What do you see? Something like a doll, or microphone, or television, or telephone, and so on. But is that the truth that we learned? No thought about the truth, because it has to be firm confidence of each reality, as it's no one because it's gone. And is it suffering or unsatisfactory? No one at all. Only that which is there at moment when it's there, and then no more. Never to be there again. Just arise and fall away. No one and no thing at all. Just a moment, very short. Is that satisfactoriness or unsatisfactoriness? That's why we talk about dukkha. But what is that? Is it dukkha or joy or attachment or pleasant feeling? That's why we have to understand what is meant in the deep meaning, absolute truth. Very, very subtle. As long as it does not appear as it is the object of ignorance and attachment instantly as something all the time. That's why even right now, what is seen to be truthful, that's why we learn little by little to let go the idea of wrong understanding, wrong view, taking it for something, but in truth, it's gone. And whatever arises and falls away, not all the time, is it satisfactory or unsatisfactory? In order to understand the real truth, the ultimate truth, as letting go, useless, senseless, what is there, non-stop, conditioned to arise and fall away all the time, beginning to understand the truth. Otherwise, there cannot be the understanding of the ultimate truth. That which arises and falls away, never to arise again, on and on and on, by conditions, that's all. No one and no thing at all. That's why it has to be beginning to understand the truth, to let go expectation for any high understanding or strong understanding or more understanding, because it's the moment of understanding what is there while we are talking about, or at any situation or any time, by conditions, and understanding the unotherness, what is there by conditions, will gradually letting go the idea of self, Not try so hard to let go, but understanding little by little what is there. Seeing is a reality, but is there only seeing, or there are also other reality which is there too? For example, is there like attachment or aversion to the object which is seen or experienced? Different reality, the more there can be the understanding of the truth of whatever is there. It's moment of developing the understanding of the truth to let go the idea of self of something permanent. That's why we learn about what is there as it is. Even what appears is not as it is yet. That's why beginning to understand what is meant by what appears is not as it is. As long as there is the idea of I see a shoe, a glass, a table, a doll, is it a doll? Or is it that which is seen in a split second and then gone? That's why we heard again and again about what we have heard, on and on and on, until there can be moment of beginning to attend to the characteristic of what appears, even in thought, thinking about it very shortly by condition. But it is firm understanding of the moment that it can be there from no attention to the characteristic which is touched at all, to begin just very shortly. It's that which is there to be known. And that is the meaning of it does not appear as it is, as the hardness of heat or cold, that's all. But it appears as telephone or smartphone or whatever is there, and thinking a lot further than the truth, that it's not that anymore. It cannot be anything. It's only a moment of experiencing an object. That's why the point of listening is to be truthful to the truth, to understand what is true, not to cling to it as something as before. No understanding of the ultimate truth of Ariya Satya, dukkha at all. That's why we begin to develop the understanding of the truth little by little, stage by stage, to have more confidence of whatever appears does not appear as it is yet. It can appear as it is little by little through just understanding. Without understanding, how can it appear as it is? Impossible. And it's this moment. Moment of thinking about it, considered carefully, is conditioned little by little, not to forget about what is there can be directly known, experiencing when time comes by conditions unexpectedly. But the truth has to be there. Otherwise, even there is the moment when it experiences, but the object of the experiencing does not appear, cannot be known. But when there's more understanding, even the object of experiencing does not appear, it's time to understand the truth of that which experiences. Because when the object appears, that it experiences appears, it cannot appear. Just one object at a time can be known when it appears. But when it does not appear, but hardness appear, sound appear, visual object appear, how can that which experiences appear? But it's there. So close. So close. because it's there now, any moment, anytime. No expectation at all. When there be condition to think about it, even to think about it again, all depends on conditions. So consider carefully of the reality which is there. At that moment, when seeing is there, no understanding of it. Is it true? No understanding of it is real. No one there. But it's there by conditions, different from moment of hearing, considering. Right understanding develops gradually, little by little. And when it's more clearer or appear by conditions to be known, right understanding understands that correctly, rightly, not wrong at all, what is there as it is, little by little. So there is not just the reality, citta, which is the chief of experiencing an object, but there are other realities too, arising together at moment of experiencing an object, and the object is still there. When it is rupa, it hasn't fallen away yet. So it experiences the same object, but it cannot see like seeing. So seeing is the moment of the reality, which before that does not see, does not experience the object of seeing. But when there are conditions, it's there. The object of it experiencing is different from moment when the reality which experience the unknown object. Different moments. That's why even citta arises and falls away by conditions too. So I think there is time now. สวัสดีค่ะ
Swadika Panichan. Thank you, everyone.
Swadika, everyone.
Swadika Panichan.
สวัสดี